This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are.
So.
No, you don't have to do it.
I mean,
it's not a problem.
I like to change the tempo of the positively, depending on what's going on.
It's been a weird week.
But I'm kind of fed up with not hitting that high note, you know? I wanted to do it.
Well, this is it.
Get it out of my system. Because there might be positives to what happened this week. I mean, we could try and make positives out of it.
It's been a roller coaster, and we will unpack the whole week because we have gone out. We've gone out 1.5 cups.
Ooh.
I'll say that.
Oh.
We're definitely not. We're not out of the Carabao Cup. It seems very unlikely.
Yeah.
And the FA Cup we are out of. That's happened. But when you look around, I think that's what we're going to do today is put it all into perspective.
Yeah.
And see if we can find some positivity, because that's the point of the show.
Let's unpack it.
We'll unpack it and try and, and I know there's a bit of a PR spin with the Zubimendi news yesterday to try and get us all kind of lifted for the North London Derby.
Lifted me a little bit.
There's been some good results in the league as well that if we can capitalise, I mean, a Derby win does a lot for your mentality and stuff. But if you can add that to the fact that other teams have dropped points, this could be huge. It could be a massive week where we by this time next week we might have won two. The people around us might drop points repeatedly, and we might have brought forward. So if we can get through these two, and then strengthen before that window shuts, and then at the start of February, now we're at the FA Cup. It looks like we are going to go to Dubai for a week.
Okay, let's go.
We might be able to find that extra level when everyone else is still going. And refresh that little squad we have. Maybe do have a push for it, because I mean the Liverpool that we're watching now is definitely the Liverpool that ended last season. Which is create a lot of chances, defensively very unstable, and they do tend to drop points when they probably shouldn't. Because I mean last night it looked like Forest were all over them. But then once they got their teeth into it and into the game, they should have scored 3 or 4 by the end of the...
Yeah, when they find that stride, it's kind of terrifying.
Every shot they hit was on target. Like, there were clearances off the line. There was so much stuff. But that's what you need. And I mean, when you look at Forest...
Yeah.
Villa have taken 1 point from Forest out of 6 this year.
And also, in amongst all the long-term unpacking that we're doing, it's Derby Day.
It is Derby Day, and that's the big talking point we're going to have to get to. But kind of starting here with last night's fixtures, and then we'll kind of work our way back towards Arsenal.
Yeah.
Liverpool dropped points against Nottingham Forest. I think that's a really nice thing for us. The problem is, Liverpool have been dropping points.
Yeah.
But the minute they drop points, we drop points.
Yeah.
And this is the one. And I mean, it's less likely than ever because it's unlikely because it's a derby. Do you know what I mean? Like, if this was Ipswich at home, you might go, do you know, this could be a good week. Yeah. Even though we struggle with Ipswich at home. But do you know what I mean? We got Bat in the chat. And Duds, any news on a striker, any insider news, and Guna. Guys, if you're listening to us on iTunes and Spotify, we're on TikTok, Gunners Are Us Pod. Every single Wednesday, 10 a.m. GMT.
Join us, talk to us. We like to make conversation.
I'm going to be honest, I was tempted to reach out to James McNicholas yesterday on the old WhatsApps. I did this in the summer, just before the Sterling news broke, and I don't know if there's any actual information going on. I think it's being kept quite quiet.
Yeah.
It looked very aggressive yesterday. Vlahovic on a loan, Douglas Luiz on a loan. That was like something. And then the Zubimendi news kind of obliterated all of it.
Yeah.
For the summer, which is great. And I do think that's an unbelievable signing for the summer.
It's all very exciting talking points, though.
But I've also seen a lot of Vlahovic be very impossible now. And you start thinking, are they going to go get Sesko now? We tried to get him in the summer for 60 million. They said no. He re-signed at Leipzig. He's then carried on his good form. He's only 20.
Yeah. Break glass moment.
But yeah, we're gonna have to appeal him out of that team for like 90 million now.
The Vlahovic thing, the conversation, seemed a little bit confusing though, because I mean, why would he?
Well, Juventus hate him.
Yeah, I guess it's because
do you know why? Misses a lot of chances.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. This is going to put it into perspective because, by the way, Ben, like Ben said, proper selling club. And
who we got?
Fieti.
What's up?
What's up? Yo. I just want to put it into perspective. This episode is the perspective episode. What I'm going to say is Havertz is not a real centre forward. We bought him to be a midfielder.
Yeah.
He misses some chances this week, by the way. We'll talk about, obviously, the vile stuff his wife or fiance got directly after the match and all the abuse they get. It's nonsense because, like Arteta said in the thing yesterday, we need to eradicate that. But also, 2 weeks ago, he scores the winner in a 1-0 win. Everyone's chanting the Waka Waka song. 2 weeks later, he misses a couple chances in 2 games. He gets pelters.
It's fickle.
It's very fickle. And I'm going to be honest. Watch Haaland last night against Brentford. He had the header that Havertz had the other night where he hit it with his shoulder. He just headed it at the goalie. And he had a one-on-one he just hit at the goalie.
Yeah.
But I know Havertz had the really obvious one we're thinking about is the one late on against Man United this week. But you watch Haaland and you go, do you know what? He misses these chances.
Yeah.
And then you watch the Vlahovic compilations, and the reason why Juventus don't like him is the ball squirms to him on 6-yard box and he hits it wide.
Yeah.
You look at Sesko, his numbers aren't great. You look at Nico Williams, his underlying numbers are awful. As exciting as all these players are to us, sometimes you have to put on into perspective that these forwards still miss a lot of chances.
They all do.
Like, I watched Nicholas Jackson last night. I actually rate Nicholas Jackson. I think he's a little bit suspect at times. He had a couple Havertz chances last night, missed them. Their crowd aren't going after him right now. They're going, oh man, we're still creating though.
Yeah.
And that's Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I'd say is the worry I would always have is when I remember at one point we couldn't create anything. And even this time last year, do you remember we had 150 shots in 6 games or something and scored 2? I don't know. I remember talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Then we went away to Dubai and then we scored 5 goals every single game.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'd say is the perspective of it all is we're at a point now where I think we've had 45 shots on goal in the last 2 games and we've scored 1.
Yeah.
The XG we've created is 8 and we've scored 1.
Dubai's coming just in time.
We've conceded 1 goal XG, but we've conceded 3.
Yeah.
So people are outperforming our XG against us. We're massively underperforming. And then, again, it's as glaringly obvious that we need a real ruthless finisher.
Yeah.
But in the world right now, you've got Gukres, you've got Sesko, you've got Isaac, you've got Haaland, Vlahovic is in there, I guess. Watch any of them. They miss a lot of chances.
Yeah.
But the only benefit of Arsenal is we are creating more chances than pretty much any of the teams we just mentioned.
So if we could just pop someone on the end of it.
Someone if they're going to score 1 out of 3, we can give them 1 out of 8.
Yeah.
So then maybe they can score 3 out of 8. Do you know what I mean? That's the only benefit I'd say is the one guy that we're relying on to do all this is been brought in as a left 8.
Yeah.
And he's playing up front. And I do think his best position is up front.
And in all fairness, he's been overachieving. Like, I know at the start people were very questionable about the whole Havertz thing, but once he opened that can of worms with that penalty Odegaard handed to him, he's been overachieving in that role that he's not used to.
Yeah.
He's been doing very well. He doesn't necessarily score all the goals, but the job he does do is very effective. But it is a problem we've been talking about for a few seasons, is having that one striker. Like, I know we've been playing with the false 9 and all this stuff, but just having that striker you can even bring on at the last minute, who will just throw himself in there. All the crosses that come in, he's getting on the end of. All the through balls, he's chasing them. Every opportunity, it's just one of those hungry strikers that just wants to score goals. Not do a role, not play false 9, not like dip it off to the wingers. Just be a hungry striker. You're taking it back to like old school Sunday League days where you'd have the goal poacher.
Vardy.
Yeah, you want that goal poacher. Like, I know we don't necessarily always play that way.
Yeah.
But there's times in the game where you have to change the way you play just to get that goal. Because I think the other night, it's been a few times recently, where we're chasing a goal and they're whipping crosses in, but everyone's on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Like, no one's attacking the goal. We need that hungry, head down, almost like a beagle looking for food. Getting in the box, looking for that ball, and then they're just chasing that goal. And I think Vlahovic is a weird one because I think, like a lot of people, you kind of get built up on the hype of like compilation videos on YouTube because no one's got time to sit and watch all the Juventus games.
I used to watch Fiorentina games that we thought we were getting into 2 years ago.
Yeah, same. And but he excites me because I mean we're only relying on these highlight packages and like I know all these strikers miss chances. Isak does even. I mean Isak's the one that if we were to get him, I feel like he's one of those players that will look for goals, will create more chances than Newcastle do. He's still getting goals in a team that's not necessarily always giving him the chances to score the goals. So you pop Isak in that team of ours, and he's going to finish those chances. But Vlahovic's playing style is what excites me.
Yeah.
The big, strong, bullying striker that is just going to... I feel like he'll take hold of a situation.
Yeah.
Like Haaland did. Haaland's one of those players. Like if you
the only problem with Haaland and Vlahovic is Haaland really smashes it in the goal, whereas Vlahovic kind of smashes it next to the goal a lot.
Again, I'm guilty of not watching all Juventus games. So I don't know what he does, but there's something about his player style that excites me.
I'd say there's a couple of things you've said there that really kind of perked my interest was I do think we're missing a forward, and it's not in the sense that people are going to go, oh yeah, someone who's just going to finish the chances.
Yeah.
I don't actually think it's necessarily the finishing the chances. We don't ever play with anyone that's actually running behind centrally.
No.
You know, if Havertz gets a goal, it's usually from a cross or, a scuffle in the box. When you watch like Isak, he's constantly shifting to go behind the two centre-backs, but centrally to goal.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone making his runs.
No.
So Odegaard's never picking them out.
No.
The runs we're looking for is the wingers coming in on the sides.
Yeah.
Then they cut it back to Havertz or Odegaard or someone.
We're almost playing like in NFL terms. We're almost doing slants.
Yeah.
Constantly.
We don't ever... People, if you watch world-class forwards, they drop their shoulder and they run in 10 times and they don't get the ball. They get the ball once out of 10.
Yeah.
But they never stop.
Yeah.
With us, it feels like our forwards will make one run a game where they go actually in behind. Other than that, they just come to the ball.
Well, they probably get told off when they make that run.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's also, when you look at the profile, the only forwards we have are Jesus, who's a player who wants to come to get the ball and played a lot of his career on the wing.
Yeah.
And a left eight in Havertz, who was brought in as a left eight, who's playing up front to bring the wingers in.
Yeah.
So we don't even have the profile of what Eddie was.
Yeah.
Someone who is going to constantly drop the shoulder and just go on.
Yeah.
Go on. Go on. And then if they don't do it, they don't get discouraged. They just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And also that moves the defenders around to give Saka and other people, a wonky offside line to kind of work with. So
which changes what other teams expect from us. Like other teams aren't expect. Like someone in the chat said a minute ago, when was the last time Arsenal had a big bullying striker? That's why, because we need that player to come in, and it confuses the other team because they also are thinking, when was the last time Arsenal had a big bullying striker?
Well, you think of someone's. I think they showed it. I think it was when Omri was on Monday Night Football. They were like, "How easy is this to defend?" And the two centre backs had no one on them. Everyone else, I think Havertz had joined Odegaard in the middle. With Rice. Martinelli was hugging the touchline. So was Saka, and the fullbacks were overlapping. The two centre backs were completely man.
It makes their job easy.
And they were just like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah. I mean,
whereas you need someone who is in between those centre backs, switching from centre backs, who is pushing, leaning on them, going, "Oh, let's disrupt the line."
Yeah.
And even if the ball goes over the top, I'm going to run, even though I know I'm not getting to it, because you don't know what's going to happen. And if you remember in the Carabao Cup, I think Martinelli did it for the first time. He made that run.
Yeah.
And straight away they found him and he hit the post.
Yeah.
So that I think that's for me is I think we get real focused on we don't have a finisher. It is the finisher, but I think the real problem is there's no real forwards. They're actually making forward runs.
Just scaring the defence.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah,
I think someone did say Prime Lukaku would have been scary in Arsenal.
Yeah, that it sounds ridiculous. Like Tony was someone I really liked, but
Mateta is
someone
cut from a very similar cloth. Like
just direct, run towards the goal. In NFL terms, the tight end will play a post route, and you run out the post. It's a straight line, and you just need someone who's going to duck and go, and never get discouraged. So basically, that's what I think we need. We've said this for 2 years now. We need that player.
Yeah.
I do think it's just also been one of those weeks. It's Giroud against Monaco.
Yeah.
Havertz has had that week. And I think Havertz might have... I think this toxicity was growing from the Carabao Cup. And if Havertz puts that last minute one away against Man United, I think a lot of people... It papers over a lot of cracks, and I don't think anyone talks about it.
Yeah.
I think because he misses that late in that second half, he ends up becoming the scapegoat of this whole week.
Yeah.
It's not him. Would we take Darwin Núñez from the chat and duds? Yeah.
100%.
Because he makes the run. That's what I want. He's a little bit out of the... But again, if you watch the compilations of most of these forwards, they do miss 5 out of the 10 chances. Half their chances, they smash wide or they hit the keeper. There's no one in world... Like, if you watch Henry back in the day, he didn't score every time he got in, but we remember every time he curled it into far
It's always like hindsight and rose-tinted glasses.
But he also made 30 runs a game to try and get that one goal. Vic Rose says, I never miss. So maybe we need Vic. I think he became a bit of the scapegoat. I think in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle, we played a 4-0 win game.
Yeah.
But the difference was they had forwards that were willing to go in.
Yeah.
And that was really the difference. Even with that, Havertz did miss a sitter. We did miss a couple chances in the first. We hit the post.
Yeah.
I think a fair result because, they deserved the 2 goals, even though that was the only 2 things they created. And I think Raya maybe has to do better with the second one where he parries it towards Gordon.
Yeah.
The Isaac one is just really good.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's just a very good forward.
Yeah.
But we deserved a couple goals. And it was just one of those days where even at the end you go, this happens.
Yeah.
I didn't think, we're untalented. I didn't think we didn't create. We created loads. We deserved to win. I think probably a fair result was probably 2-2.
Yeah.
Because we created enough, but they did take their chances.
That tends to be a lot of my conclusion from our recent games. A lot of this season, really. I mean, we haven't...
I think it hurt more because it was a semi-final.
Yeah. The consequences make it hurt a lot more. But I think the takeaway from a lot of this season so far is when I watch the games, we tend to be the better team. We tend to have a lot of control of the ball. We tend to create a lot more chances. But the underlying issue is we don't score them.
Yeah.
Like, that is the one thing we're lacking. If we had that this season, we'd be top of the league now. Comfortably. So that's what we need. We need someone who will put the ball in the goal.
Yeah, we that's what we need. And that game, I think I could the atmosphere to the Carabao Cup all season has been strange. I know the ticket allocations at the Emirates, it's not the usual crowd.
Yeah.
Different vibe. It's a different vibe, and you could feel it. It was different. And even the FA Cup game was like it. And I do think it has something to do with... That crowd definitely has something to do with how we play. Yeah. Because you'll see such a different crowd tonight, albeit awfully North London derby on a Wednesday night. Oh. Rotten. I don't know why they've done that. And also there is a little toxicness coming in. Yeah. Which could cause a bit of a quiet atmosphere that Tottenham could then, go ahead. Yeah. And create that. If Tottenham go ahead, there's going to be such a toxic atmosphere that it could be real.
We're going in with bad vibes on Havertz currently. We're going in with Saka in a hospital bed. We're going in with Jesus now in a hospital bed.
The Straight Zeus news is awful, but we'll get to that because we're going to talk about the FA Cup as well. I thought the frustration I had up until 1-1, and it was the whole game, was why don't we have players that other teams have?
Yes. That feels like something we've talked about.
It sounds stupid. And do you know what I'm only talking about? This is so rudimentary. Just hitting the ball hard bothers me because the way in which Bruno Fernandes puts that goal away is unbelievable. It's a bobbling ball. It's quick. It's pacey. First time, he just roofs it. Yeah. And it's the one chance they create and you go, oh. Yeah. And I remember at the time I was saying, that's such a good finish. Like we don't have that. We have to put some of our players 3 yards out, unopposed. And it happened in this game. There was a volley I think Havertz had. I think he was 4 yards out. And I know it's his Havertz. So I don't want to jump on. On his better foot, his left foot, he is 4 yards out. He's in line with the post. Yeah. And he doesn't get tackled. He just shanks it towards the corner flag. And I'm thinking, Fernandes happened to control that skidding ball bobbling and put it in and I just thought when I watch Wolves, when I watch Nottingham Forest, they cut the ball back bobbling and they roof it. I was watching West Ham last night and Bert Leno made 2 mistakes that led to goals, but the finishes, it was coming to them quick. The goalie's out of the goal outside the box and they were just put it in the far corner like first time, no touches. And I was thinking, we have to take 9 touches inside the box and then get a real clear shot and go, all right, the goal's available. I'm going to shoot now. And even when they do, sometimes it's like, that friend you'd have at school that would take corners sometimes and they wouldn't reach the box. Yeah. Feels a bit like that.
Yeah.
You go, just put your foot for it, just shoot.
It feels like basic technique.
I'd say this, Rice is the only one that I feel like strikes the ball fully.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't quite, I don't think we've quite seen it yet from him, but it's the vibe I kind of get from Moreno.
I'm done with Moreno.
I know, I like Moreno a lot.
What does he do?
Not because he's necessarily done anything specific so far, but his play, and I'm worried he's going to get coached out of what he showed early on. Because I know a lot of this conversation comes from, I think, the coaching. And I don't want to lay all that on Arteta. It's not the players necessarily. I think the way we're coached is, it's not to do those very fundamental, basic techniques. It's very different. But the way Moreno plays, there's something direct about him. When he first started appearing for us, he would do little things that none of the other players were doing. He'd shoot on sight. When he was trying to get to the ball in the box, he was very direct. Everything was direct and intentional.
I do feel like you're talking about the one half he had, the 30 minutes he had at Bournemouth.
It's been a few of the things he's done that I've seen so far. There's something direct. There's a directness that I think would lean towards what you're saying that other teams show. But my worry is he'll get coached out of it based on...
But the only thing I'd say is when he was on,
I
didn't even notice him. When Rice came on directly for him, Rice had like 3 chances in that exact same position and also got back and made big tackles. And Moreno did neither of these things. And I thought he's so just middle ground. He
is very middle ground.
He's balanced, for
for
sure. Like, I think Odegaard looks better with him because he stays here and he brings Martinelli in. Whereas Rice is just so... Rice is like our best attacker.
Rice is the most direct player we have.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I worry about that. And by even Moreno, like when he shoots, it's a bit... You know, it's hard to explain, and it might just be such a fan thought.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ceballos, so I don't know if I'm one to trust.
You've had a lot of suspects.
I was a big Ceballos guy.
You're a Bentner guy.
Yeah, I was a big Bentner guy.
And then Carlos Vela. Good player, though. So sometimes it's that, but in that game, up until then, my frustration watching it was like, someone just strike the ball. Trossard, by the way, felt like that player.
He did.
And I feel like I haven't seen him hit a ball.
Has he been coached out of it?
I don't think that is a thing anymore. I really don't.
We've spotted these things with these players that they're so nervous to, 1, make a mistake, 2, take risks. And instead of being as direct as they might instinctively be, like with Martinelli, we've explained it before. A street baller from Brazil comes in, free spirit.
Plays the ball back to his fullback.
He's losing the free spirit. I don't know if that's coaching or fear. I don't know what it is, but we need to allow some of these players to do the things that brought them to the dance.
But the only thing I'd say is all of these guys are getting in the box and shooting at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a coaching thing or whether they're coaching them to shoot at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Sam has agreed with you. Martinelli's been coached out of the way he played. We are good. Thank you. Little bit of life.
Hello.
Thank you. Yeah, but that game was frustrating me. And then Gabriel scored, and I thought, finally, someone who's actually going to hit the ball, and he hit the ball.
He does hit the ball.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, put him up front.
Yeah. He could be the guy.
He'll make a run every single 3 seconds.
He would.
Bailey Gunner says, "Good morning, fellas. What is happening with us right now? We need a reliable, good striker." This is the constant...
That's what we do need.
Feeling we're getting here is... It's the all-round player of a forward.
Yeah.
But we got the goal back in. Delap gets sent off. I think it is a red, the second yellow. And I thought, we should go on to win this now because we're already creating more than them. But now down to 10, I thought we should be able to find a way. Rice has that really nice left-footed shot, the good save from the goalie.
Yeah.
Havertz missed the wafty one to the left.
Yeah.
There was a Rice header he should have done way better with.
Yeah.
Odegaard obviously wins a penalty. It's not a penalty in a million years. And by the way, I saw him interview with Maguire, and you know how he lost his head after it.
Yeah.
And he said the reason he lost his head was for about 15 seconds he didn't care. He went, "I gave away the penalty," and I went, "Oh, VAR will sort it out." And it wasn't until I remember. He said he did an interview, and he was like, "It wasn't until I remembered there's no VAR. He said I just red missed, and I lost it because I realized, they can't overturn this." And it wasn't a penalty in a million years, and probably justice was done. But I mean, the penalty was a good penalty.
Oh,
the save was just really good.
A heck of a performance from
Badiashile. Yeah. The penalty save, the 2 penalty saves he makes in the day are both world class. It's not about the penalty; it's quality. And it's easy to say, "I'll just smash it the other side." Yeah, well, ideally, yeah. But I mean, that's going inside netting.
Yeah.
People say if you hit inside netting, chances are 99% you're going to score.
Yeah.
Havertz and Odegaard, both of them are going inside netting. So, and they're not even mid-height, they're low. Just unbelievable penalty saves. But probably justice was done in the save. But we then go on, and then Havertz gets that late chance over the keeper.
Yep.
It goes to extra time. We have another chance, and you think the longer it was going, and there was a moment where I think Amorim in extra time where I think Xerxes nearly scored, but he went near post.
Yeah.
And Xerxes, he was just smiling, and I was like, that's the face of someone who knows full well momentum-wise they're winning the penalty shootout. And I knew it at that point. I was like, if this goes to penalties, they're winning. They're 100% winning.
Yeah.
Because they've worked so hard.
Even the confidence from the goalkeeper.
Yeah. And by the way, we have to talk about Raya's performance on that penalty shootout.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And some people were saying he was playing with 300 ping. And I think that's hilarious because if you watch those, have you seen the videos of that?
I haven't, no.
He's diving before the guys hit the ball. So the other guys, they're just staggering and then just passing it to the other side. And obviously, I think he had the really amazing performance in Champions League at Porto last year. Maybe they've just prepared for Raya and said he dives very early. Yeah. Just wait for him to make the decision.
Yeah.
And I think to an extent, I think with goalies, I've always said, pick a side, commit to it, and dive early.
Yeah.
Because you can have it's a 50-50 chance. There's no point trying to figure out what they're going to do.
No. Just
pick a side and you got a 50-50 chance. He was going so early. If you watch it, he was never going to save any of them. And you realise that because I don't think he dived the same way as any of them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were just waiting for him to dive and then he was passing the other side. It was just unfortunate. But I don't know if I'm awful with this, but when we go out, like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, I don't feel a deep-seated devastation.
No.
I feel like, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Like how an American would watch football.
Yeah.
I go,
well.
Oh, well.
Move on.
But the league and Champions League does something detrimental to my health.
It's different.
Like, if we performed like that in the league and we lost those games, That'd
be rough.
I'd be devastated for days.
I mean, that game, I was watching the first half, second half, then it went to extra time. We had a friend come over, so there was a conversation going
during
on.
That?
While I was watching it, someone was there.
You can't have that for the North London derby, you know that.
No.
That's too stressful. No. I feel sick every time I say North London derby.
Yeah, but I mean, that shows the feeling I have towards like the FA Cup, and it was against a big rival in Man United over the years, and it did feel like old school Arsenal.
Yeah, that was a proper. By the way, that was a really good FA Cup tie.
I mean, I was standing for most of it.
It was a good game. It was a proper game, like red cards, yellow cards.
There was a conversation going on during this game, even during the penalty shootout. I'm watching the game. The last penalties taken, in which seals our fate. I immediately turned it off, went into the kitchen, and started cooking homemade pizzas. So I'd moved on pretty quick. Like, I moved fast.
That's what I mean.
I was also saving the embarrassment because there was a couple of people watching me watch this game, and then we just lost.
Yeah, and you went out there and punched a wall. And
left.
Like, you don't want to see it.
When I talk about homemade pizzas, I was pounding the dough.
Sorry, JD just said apparently we don't need a striker. I twitch.
Yeah.
So there is a good meme. It's I think it's Odegaard, Saliba, and Gabriel, and they look at it's from 2 years ago. And they look at Arteta and go, "We need a striker," and he goes, "I've brought you a left back," and it was Calafiori, and then it was last year, and or something, and they go, "It's the same thing." They go, "We really need a forward now," and he goes, "I've brought you a DM." It's Moreno or someone, and then the next one they were like, "We need a forward." And he goes, "Got you Zubamendi, a deep lying midfielder for the summer," and it does feel like that. I mean, someone in the chat did mention it earlier. There is a potential outgoing with Zinchenko to Dortmund. Palermes, I always struggle to say it. Jorginho. There is some movement going.
Yeah.
The PSR ruling came out of the Premier League for the last 4 years. No one's broken rules. I've seen from someone on Twitter, and I should remember their name, they do really good business breakdowns of Premier League teams. We've got so much in American sports cap space or PSR space to make signings. But I think Zinchenko is a really lovely player.
Yeah.
I think he became a scapegoat, and I'm worried Havertz is going to become one to the fans, and they're going to have to move on from him eventually. When I think they're both very good at what they do, but we don't know what they do because Lewis Skelly's doing what Zinchenko does, and he's doing it for 15% of the money.
Yeah.
And 7-8 years younger.
Yeah.
So when you look at it that way, you think, do you know what? We don't need. JD just said Havertz will get the Xhaka treatment. Yeah, there's always these scapegoats, and you don't know what you got till it's gone. And I think Zinchenko won't necessarily be that because of Lewis Skelly, but we'd never replace Xhaka.
No.
And I don't think we'll replace Havertz because I don't know if Havertz should be playing up front on his own. I don't know where he should be playing, but he should be in the team.
The work he does is...
He's such a good football player. He's just not an out-and-out finisher, but I don't think that's also, an issue.
No.
It is right now because that is, and amongst all this, by the way, we saw Sterling for a while. He had moments that I thought, he looks a little bit back to himself.
Yeah.
But the boy doesn't pass it. He will not pass the ball.
He is also a few clicks slower than he used to be as well. Because a few times he tried to knock and run past those defenders. He was nowhere near.
Odegaard's mouth and eyes were wide open, and he was just looking at it like, what have you just done?
Fair play if you can get to it, but I mean, he did it about 5 times and he never got there.
Kandri 3000. Yeah, tough one should be a CM, be up front on his own. Yeah, well, I honestly think that we can't look any further than the team itself and just say, if you buy a left 8 and then he's your one forward for the whole season, you can't really challenge. No. Sam has said, is FA Cup still a significant trophy? I think it is. I really do. I think it's lost a little bit of value, maybe, because I think maybe just the way in which it's televised. I think maybe they just don't put much effort in, and I think the teams are the big teams particularly, are so worried about Europe and stuff.
It feels like an old-fashioned, forgotten about
situation. But it's still definitely, I still see it as a good trophy.
Yeah.
I'd love to win one again, but I mean, we've won a lot. I really would like to win the Champions League.
It's the 4 Arsenal Cup.
The Premier League and the Champions League is the goal.
Yeah.
But the problem is that's a very lofty goal.
Yeah.
And if you don't bring those 2 in, which is very unlikely, people are going to go, we should have brought a trophy in. And we do value trophies quite high, but only once we don't win them.
Yeah.
So once you're in them, you're like, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the season, we go, where's your trophy? You're just Pochettino. And you're just like, well, I don't know. I as far as moving on from Arteta, there's a lot of talk this week, toxic-wise. Absolutely not moving on from Arteta. I mean, this guy's pulled us in 5 years ago. If you'd said to us that our new trenches would be semi-final of the Carabao Cup, Champions League, third in the league of the big league of the new Champions League, and one of the 3 or 4 favourites, and third in the Premier League.
Yep.
And if we win tonight in the North London Derby, we're 4 points behind the leaders. If that is our new base level of this is us in the down, the dirt.
Yeah.
If you'd said that 5 years ago, I genuinely, when we started this podcast, we said, I can't imagine us ever winning a league again or even being close.
Yeah.
We then proceeded to be involved in the next 2 title races.
I never expected that.
And again, we're in another title race. I don't know if we will be come, March, April, but
I don't want to remove Arteta and take away the position we're currently in with Arteta.
I think also there's no one out there. If there was a real good manager available, then you'd think, do you know what? Could they come in and go, we can do what Arteta does, but we'll add a little goal threat. Arteta wants to add goal threat.
Yeah.
He hasn't got any goal threat. That's, the new manager isn't going to be able to go to Josh Kroenke, say something slightly different, and he goes, well, here's that forward. He might be able to be less stubborn.
Yeah.
Arteta might have said, it's Sesko or this guy or no one. I don't know. That next manager might go, I don't know, just go get me Mateta. And then Mateta works out perfect. I don't know. But I do think I'm very happy with, this is his first ever managerial. It's pretty good.
It's done very well.
Victoria Cordy Crescent says, hello lads, how depressed have you been over the last couple of games? We were just going to say, we're trying to put it in perspective. I think those 2 games are a little bit of two things. They're a little bit of a bubble, but they're also a bit of a sliding doors moment. I think the bubble is going to create something special.
Yeah.
Because the team is playing great. We're controlling games. They're not conceding many chances. We happen to have lost 2. We've missed a load of chances. This happened this time last year, just before we went on a run of scoring 6 or 7 per game, and we completely forgot we didn't need a forward.
Yeah.
We scored the most goals last year without a forward.
Yeah.
And we're still creating. That's the benefit. Chances are, like tonight, if we create that many chances again, we'll probably score 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah.
Not because it's Spurs, hopefully because it's Spurs, but
it just runs
It just happens that way, yeah. Because Haaland, the last 2 games, has missed a lot of sitters. He'll then score a hat-trick. Football is like that. But it is disappointing, the 2 cups, because I really thought, not so much the FA Cup, but the Carabao, I really wanted to win that. I thought it'd just be just a nice little way of kind of getting people, off our back a little bit, or like the fans to kind of calm down and be like, all right, we got a cup. Albeit in 6 months they'll go, oh, it was just a Carabao Cup, and it would start the whole thing again.
Yeah.
JD says at least Penda's debut went well, so he is right. To be fair, zero Mero. Zero. Yeah, that's pro me, but yeah. So I think the week is bad. In that sense, but it's good in the sense that we're creating chances, and the sliding doors I'm talking about is there's no way Josh Kroenke got to London today, and he's not coming because he's gone. We're gonna have to do something here.
Yeah.
Because he's looking at it and also doing. He's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
He's looking at it and doing what we need a striker.
Yeah.
He's coming to talk to Arteta and go, why are we not getting a striker? And Arteta's going, this is the question we would want to be flies on the wall. Is Arteta going, these are the two I want. If it's not them, I do not want them. And Josh is going, come on, let me go get you Mateta or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's doing that or whether what it is. But the fact that he's come over yesterday, the Zubamendi information's come out. The Vlahovic potential loan came out.
Yeah.
I think something will get done, and if those two games, for example, if Havertz scores that easy one at the end, I do think there's a shift.
Yeah.
Of maybe we don't need a forward.
Yeah.
It kind of needed the two bad games, and by the way, bad meant playing unbelievably well, just missing a couple sets.
Yeah.
To make the owner come in and go, all right, we need to do something. Also, Jesus going out for a year. We didn't talk about it.
Oh. We lost Saka. We lost Saka and Jesus very quickly back to back. So
I mean, we got Havertz coming off an illness. We got Sterling just come back from an injury. Waneri is out. Saka is out.
Yeah.
Jesus is out. We got Trossard and Martinelli. So our forward line for this season, realistically, is Trossard, Martinelli, with Martinelli on the right, and Havertz down the middle. They're going to have to play 90 minutes every 3 days till the end of May, because no one's coming back. Waneri will come back. Sterling is available, but we saw what we got from Sterling.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you can't. I don't think it's possible to look at that as an owner and say to Arteta, just manage to just get top 4, and we'll talk about it in the summer. I don't think, one, that's possible because the fans won't accept it. 2, I don't know if he can get top 4 with that front. Because the front 3 is good. That Trossard, Martinelli and Havertz is okay. It's not a title-winning team.
No.
But it's probably enough. But they cannot play 90 minutes every 3 days. Like, that's the thing I'm trying to say is...
No.
At the start of the season, we thought we were light up front.
Yeah.
We've lost our best player, and we've lost our other last best forward.
Yeah.
The only centre forward.
Who is also in form.
Who is now in form.
Yeah.
They're out for the season. They're gone. That was like before that.
Yeah.
Now losing your best player and your only centre forward, you cannot compete. And that's the only problem. Liam Delap has been brought up a lot from a JD. That is something I don't think is a bad shout.
Yeah. I don't really think outside the box.
Yeah, because I think Liam Delap, I think he comes in and he does. Duran is another one in the chat there. The problem is, what I worry about is there is moving. This is a January that is moving. Malin to Villa. We got Kvaratskhelia from Napoli to PSG. Colin Mawani to Juventus. These are all happening.
Yeah.
Barcola is probably available PSG.
Yep.
Who is it?
I love Barcola.
Evan Ferguson's being talked about. There's a lot of movement going on. So if we don't get something done, it'll be due to stubbornness. It won't be Malin ex-Arsenal. I did not know that.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Malin's a good player.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking there's movement.
Yeah.
We can't be like, oh, there wasn't... Because when the dominoes fall, that's when the transfers start to happen.
Yeah.
If the no dominoes fall, we would have to have gone in and disrupted a team.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do in January.
Yeah, it is.
Good morning, Angela.
Especially if they're teams that are in and around us as well.
Yeah, so I it's going to be stubbornness if we don't get a deal done. If we don't get a deal done, I think it is genuine neglect. Because if Jesus was still fit and Waneri was playing off the right, because I was happy for Waneri to be the Saka replacement and go, just give him that spot and let him play every game and let him become something. But then he got injured. If we hadn't lost Jesus, I do think there's a chance you go, we are short, but could they get him over the line? Maybe. Now you can't.
You need to break glass.
You can't, yeah. And the worst part is, the title is there.
Yeah.
It's a potential.
We're not far off.
The Champions League, we're one of the favourites. Go get a high-end £90 million player and go win one of these.
Move a couple of pieces and get over the line.
Malin was in the academy at 15-17. I did not know.
Wow.
I'm not going tonight. I did look at tickets because I know young Elton Prince from the WWE is in town, and I thought maybe we could all meet up in London because Pretty Deadly are over here doing media over.
Amazing.
And we looked at tickets yesterday. It was £200 minimum for like back row.
Wow.
And I was on second hand seats or whatever. So I was like, £600 for us three to go, and I was like, I don't think we'll do that. I honestly, this sounds bad. I would love to experience Yes Boy from JB.
Yes Boy.
Yeah, go check them out. They're on every bit of media at the minute. But I think Lewis is heading back to Essex today. I think their media finishes, so he's going to watch North London Derby at home.
Nice.
First number, good luck, Ed.
Nice.
Ed Hall is off.
Get in there.
That's what I want to experience. I've never done a North London Derby, but I think that match is so stressful to me. I'd really struggle to be cold because I'll shiver during it, even in a warm house. I find this game very detrimental to my body.
It's unnerving, isn't it?
I really hate them.
Yeah.
Angela says, miss the England soccer and pubs. Get over it, Angela.
Come back over.
I'm a youth Angela, can't imagine. Oh, okay. You can see Sol Campbell. Honestly, the Sol Campbell advert is unreal.
Yeah.
Go check that out.
Yeah.
And what a great timing for that to come out as well. Oh, Ed Hall in the clock end, well, near the Spurs fans.
Ooh.
Victoria Quarter Crescent was at the 4-4 North London Derby. But that was stressful.
Oh.
That's the thing, is to get home afterwards while being frustrated.
Yeah.
Do we know Reach? Yeah, we know Reach Wrestling. We've wrestled for Reach. You're a stuff frog. Come and see. Oh, okay.
Hop on over.
Yeah, hop on over. I'm saying, speaking of Reach, JD, that's where we met Pretty Deadly and became friends because we wrestled them there. So yeah, I think the sliding doors moment it needed this week to basically be like, this has to happen. Straight in the chat there, Ed Hall, what do you think of Osman? 100% that he's going to Saudi and Turkey went and took him. And he's playing unbelievable. That's the kind of loan you need.
Yeah.
Someone who's going to come in mercenary.
Yeah.
And he's going to go, I'll score goals before I go get my payday.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, that is where we wrestled them. We do need to win tonight from AFC.
Yes, we do.
The atmosphere was horrific from Victoria Quarter Crescent. People were so aggressive.
I bet.
That's what I mean. Like, I'd love to be at North London Derby. I'd love to be heading there right after this.
Yeah.
Get a drink, walk around the stadium, take in the feeling, get prepared, watch that team news come out, get excited.
Heck yeah.
And then get in that stadium. But about halfway through, if it's 1-0 and the crowd is starting to boo, I will start thinking about the journey home and how stressed I am, and I think it'd be bad for me. If I had a hotel next door, I think maybe I'd enjoy it a lot.
You go back to the room and unpack.
Yeah, Ed Hall, everyone dropped points. That is the big thing. So last night we had City 2-2 with Brentford. We had Chelsea, who nearly lost, who was 2-2. By the way, Brentford nearly won that right at the end, if you saw the highlights. And then Liverpool, the big one, dropped points to Forest. It's
handy that they both drop points. That's really handy.
It's really rare that Liverpool are dropping points. Yeah. When they do, though, we immediately drop points. It would be very nice if we had a layup home game against Saints tonight. Yeah. But we don't.
No.
But the North London Derby is weird. Andrew's playing some mind games. He's saying it'll take a lot for us to get any kind of result out of them tonight. He's really pushing that agenda, and I don't like that because it's making me feel confident. I think it's going to be really tough to get done. I really do. I think they're going to play well. Yeah. They played 120 minutes, but not the same 120 that we played. Yeah. It's at Emirates. That's a big beat. If this was at theirs, I'd be worried. We did beat them 1-0 in the season. I really can't call it. If we played the way we did against Newcastle and Man United, you'd say we're going to win. Yeah. But those two games proved it doesn't matter how well we play. We sometimes don't finish the chances, and then the other team have one chance and they score. They have players like Kulevski that are so good and informed Solanke that they could really do some damage. Yeah. It is so vital to win. These next two games, I think, probably decide the season for us. Because if we draw tonight, it stays the same, but we're running out of games to catch up. They're giving us a chance, we don't take it. They're giving us a chance, we don't take it. Then they go to Brentford away, Liverpool, and we go home to Villa. Villa and Tottenham at home are very hard games to win. If we get maximum points from these, I do believe we're in a title race.
100%.
No matter what Liverpool do in the Brentford game, because they've already dropped the points. I do think they might drop more points at Brentford. We have to win 2 games out of 2. I think it has to be done. And I'd take that. I'd take the karma of losing those 2 cup games to win these 2 games. If we lose these 2 games or draw these 2 games or whatever it is, that is the week in which we went out of everything, I believe.
Would you take a win and a draw?
No. It has to be a win and a win.
I'm going to stay positive. I think we're winning both.
We have to.
I think we're winning both. 100%. Go back and listen to this. We're winning both.
We're winning both.
Put money on it. Yeah, bet responsibly.
As far as the team news, it's going to be Martinelli, Trossard and Havertz up front.
Yeah.
I think he has to play Partey, Rice and Odegaard in the middle. I don't think we need to muck about with anything else. Rice needs to play this game.
Yeah.
Defence, I think you'll see Lewis Skelly. Calafiori has a muscle injury again.
Yeah.
Again, talk about the signings in the summer. Neto hasn't played a minute.
No.
Moreno hasn't really turned up yet. Calafiori's been injured. It's not been the best.
It's not been a good season.
And then Sterling was the other one.
We've been very unfortunate.
Yeah. No one says have to dominate both ends, definitely. Otherwise, goodbye title. Yeah. I do. I think these 2 games are the ones because they've given us a chance. We have to then go, because this puts that pressure. You win those 2 games. I think Liverpool go on, that's 2 tough games and they've won it.
The momentum stops.
Yeah, it does. It puts them, it puts the willies up them.
Oh, 100%.
This is it. Victoria Cordy Crescent says Jonathan David is a good shout. So Simon, who's the usual host of this, he hasn't been on this season. He agrees. That's the one he wants because he said his numbers are mad. Honestly, any forward, anyone that will make a run, I'll take at this point.
Just get in there, get involved.
But yeah, this week is so important. The games last night were really strange.
It was. I think I came close.
You got 3 out of 4.
Yeah, and I think I just went the wrong way on the
West
Fulham
Ham
one.
Yeah. You went with Fulham. So last night, this will be all tallied next week because we didn't do any last week. Brentford City, Joe got that with a draw. Chelsea Bournemouth, Joe and Simon got that with a draw. West Ham Fulham, Simon got it with a West Ham win.
Big call.
Forest Liverpool, we all got the draw.
Nice.
Which is ironic that that's such a weird thing to all guess. But tonight we got some games. We're going to go through the prediction league now.
Lots of games.
We've got loads of games to get through. We've got Everton versus Villa tonight. This is Everton with Moyes now as the new manager. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. That's breaking news to me.
Yeah, Moyes is back at Everton.
Fantastic.
I think Goodison Park, David Moyes, midweek, under the lights. That's an Everton win for me.
I was going to go Villa, but you know what? I'm so happy Moyes is back at Everton. I'm going Everton. When did that happen?
About 3-4 days ago.
Did it?
Yeah. You didn't even know there was Premier League on last night, so that you're not, you've got to keep up.
I do, yeah.
Leicester versus Palace is the next one.
Leicester Palace.
JD also reckons he can see some Villa, Everton getting some for Villa.
Yeah.
Leicester are awful. I like Palace. I'm going to go draw.
I'm going to go Leicester. Why not? Why not?
Newcastle Wolves.
Newcastle Wolves.
That's Newcastle.
I struggle to bet against Wolves.
Isaac has got a little bit of a hamstring injury apparently.
Yeah, that does. I forgot to change my fantasy football.
Photography by Jason says, good morning, buenos dias, good morgen.
Good morgen, mein Frau.
No one has said Wolves. What do you think?
I'm going to go draw.
Okay. We got Chelsea Wolves. This is it. I've done this in a weird order. This is the Monday Night Football, but it's just on my piece of paper. It's done it strange. So I know I just did Wolves and then Wolves, but Chelsea Wolves. I think this is Chelsea. They've got 2 points from a possible 15.
That's nuts.
Since they were second in the league.
They reached their potential and now they're falling flat.
Well, there's also Maresca out chance, doesn't it?
Wow.
No one says raw. Neto will haunt Wolves.
Yeah, I think Chelsea. I'm going to go Chelsea.
They're going to have to eventually win.
Yeah.
And that seems like the correct one. So we've got the big North London derby. Arsenal versus Spurs chat. Let us know what you think. I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal. Well, we're definitely going Arsenal, so it's pointless to say. But what do you think the score is going to be?
Wait, because you lingered on that prediction then. I was worried what you were going to go. I didn't know you were going to score. I thought you were thinking about what the outcome was going to be.
Marco says Spurs are going to get the blunt end of the stick tonight.
Woo!
No one says Spurs 3-2. Arsenal, Spurs. is the one game I can never call. Yeah.
It's hard.
Arsenal going to take out the bad form on Spurs. I'd love to see the crowd really get behind Havertz and him get a goal.
Yeah.
Victoria Cody Crescent reckons 2-1 Tottenham or 2-2.
Ooh.
Being honest. It does... the way our week's gone, it really feels like that.
Yeah.
But I really feel like I'm hoping the karma of going out in the 2 cups is the two next wins.
Yeah.
I think 2-1.
2-1's a good shout.
The next one is Ipswich Brighton.
I'd go Brighton.
Okay. I'll go draw.
Beautiful.
We got Man United Saints.
Old
That is Thursday night football this week. Victoria Cruz said, I'd love to say 3-0 Arsenal.
That'd be good.
No one says golf Saturday morning with Juicy. Potentially. And what's happening Saturday? I don't think anything's happening Saturday.
I can't remember.
Potentially.
I can't remember.
Saints in the chat.
GG's.
United. I think Man United.
Yeah, I'll go Man United.
I think Saints are just bad.
Yeah.
I think they had a moment where they looked quite good. They sacked their manager, and I think it's just a bit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Newcastle Bournemouth. I think that's a really good game. I'm going to go away Bournemouth win.
I'm going to go draw.
We got Brentford. United always struggle with the Saints. Yeah, that is very true. Brentford versus Liverpool. I'm going to go draw again.
Hard to go heart or head here. Do you know what? Put me down for Brentford.
If we win the next 2 and they lose that one, we'll be 1 point behind them.
I'm trying to be positively Arsenal.
We'll be 1 point behind them if that happens.
Fantastic.
If we win that's what we need to happen, guys. And then we need to buy 9 players.
Oh, yeah. All of it will happen, I promise.
Leicester Fulham.
Fulham.
They had that horrible loss last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Fulham.
I like the speed we're doing this at. It feels like when I do goals on a Saturday, it's like ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
JD says they can see Brentford, but I don't think it will happen. I want Brentford, sorry, can't see it.
I'm trying to wish it.
West Ham Palace.
Whoa.
Potter did a great result last night. I'm going to go again. 2 wins in the trot.
Oh, momentum for West Ham.
New manager bounces everywhere.
I'm going to go draw.
We've got Arsenal Villa.
Woo!
Like I said, we always go Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal.
Um,
Something tells me draw, though.
It's a really tough one. Who have Villa got tonight? They're away at Everton.
Ooh.
I don't know. The North London derby is going to take a lot out of us.
Yeah.
I think at home we should be able to beat anyone. I really do. It's just who turns up. And if this was a Saka Arsenal, I feel confident about both these games.
Yeah.
But without Saka, I don't know. JD reckons 2-2 Arsenal Villa. It does make sense.
I'm feeling a win and a draw for Arsenal this week, but I'm going to have to stick with both wins.
We got Everton versus Spurs. Moyes. I'm going to go Moyes again.
100%.
Because Spurs are Spursy like that.
That's exciting.
Man United Brighton. I'm going to Brighton away win.
Ooh. I'd go draw.
Joe's a draw.
Joey draw.
Forest Saints.
Forest. 100% Forest.
I tell you what, they're in a title race. If they're starting to win these, I'll go Forest too.
We've got a little bit of a puzzle boy here.
And we
Are you good at this? I'm not.
I'm not great at it. On the TikTok Live, they do a puzzle. You've done that wrong.
I can't even see it.
Guess.
I couldn't even see it.
Very well done.
I'll tell you
That's
what.
a weird flex.
That's a weird flex. If you're not on our TikTok, come check out our TikTok every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. and you can watch me nail a puzzle without even looking.
Ipswich City. Going Ipswich.
Draw. Joey draw.
I'll tell you what, City are a really weird team.
Yeah. Very weird. I can't figure it out. These young Man City fans that have only been alive for all the success must be so confused.
Yeah, the vibe's wrong. Like last night, I think De Bruyne put in a really lovely cross for Foden. Such a nice finish.
Yeah.
And then just after that, they scored again, but Foden kind of took it off De Bruyne's feet and scored. And De Bruyne just kind of started walking, like head down, and pointed at Savio, I think. It was just like, well done for like your build-up play.
Yeah.
And then Foden was running towards the away fans and turned around and no one was following him because they were just kind of walking around.
Weird.
And he literally like shrugged his shoulders like, what are we doing? And then like had to celebrate on his own. And I was like, oh, that's not the vibe, is it?
Doesn't look right.
As JD says, side note, who's your pick on the Rumble?
Ooh.
I'll say this, we're on Whatnot, which is a trading card, it's a collectibles app.
That's what all this is behind us.
With the Peppercorn sports cards. This is where we sell all these boxes for trading cards like these. But we've got a Royal Rumble mystery box show the night of Royal Rumble, the 3-4 hours prior to Royal Rumble. We're selling wrestling cards. We've got numbered Bray Wyatts. We've got Tyler Breeze autos. We've got all sorts going on.
Yeah.
But my pick for the Rumble, I think, is CM Punk dumping John Cena out.
Oh.
That's my guess.
I tell you what, it's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to go for my boy, Bron Breakker.
Bron Breakker.
I've got a lovely low-numbered Bron Breakker card over there. If you
that's not in the mystery.
It's not.
That's in the PC.
I don't know whether to keep that or sell it or what.
Yeah, that's my pick. Yeah, so that's the prediction league. A little bit of transfer news we did in there. We've covered last night's games and the week that was. I think you're probably sick of me talking about it, so we'll probably end about here. I've got it to be Jay and Jimmy final two. I'd love that.
That is awesome.
I'd love that.
Then a big Jimmy win.
Big Jimmy win. Yeah, that'll throw everyone. But no, I'm looking forward to North London Derby tonight, but I'm not also. Luckily I've got a busy day. I think I'm going to the post office in a minute.
Yep.
You got to sort from some clothes. I've got some chicken thighs.
A lifetime's worth of clothes. Break down the bed. We've got to get a bed over to the other house. I've got to build the bed, and then I've got to try and collect the nerves for the North London Derby.
You say you got to build a bed. We're going to build a bed. And then I got to drive an hour home. I'm the dust here.
I apologise.
I appreciate it. But luckily that'll keep me busy, and I'll have a preview pod to listen to on Askcast.
Yeah.
Because I'm on their Patreon. So it is, JD, either way, I hope it's a happy conversation next Wednesday. Exactly.
Tag team in a bed. GG's.
No one needs to relax. They'll both super kick each other. That'd be very nice. Double win. Everyone that's in the bloodline all goes out at once at the end, and it's a 9-man. I don't know. Anyway, so that's been it. We'll see you next Wednesday. Let's hope North London is indeed red.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yes,
that's it, really.
It is, yeah.
All right. Have a good week, guys. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.